Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, I wrote an article about a month ago about rejection that I think is just a really pertinent article for a lot of the questions that you guys and girls ask me. So we're going to go through this article, read it out. I want to put it here in video form because this is a topic I get asked about quite a lot. How do I avoid rejection? How do I stop from anyone or stop anyone from ever saying no to me? How do I stop from my feelings being hurt? But instead of avoiding rejection, this is what we want to do instead. So there's a funny thing that happens when we avoid rejection. We end up actually getting less of the thing that we say that we want. Less sex, less money, less deep connections, less awesome relationships, less friends, and definitely less happiness. Why? Because avoiding losing or avoiding rejection really means you also avoid winning. It's really hard to have a ton of awesome, amazing sexual experiences if you don't talk to any women, or if you're a woman, any guys. It's really hard to make tons of dollar bills if you're too nervous to ask people if they want to buy your product or your service. It's really hard to make friends if you're too avoidant to ever start a conversation. And it is really hard to improve your mental health if you self-medicate your problems away and run away from your emotions. It is especially hard to connect with other human beings if you're constantly tiptoeing around them, not being fully honest and upfront, holding back, all because you're scared that they might quote unquote reject you. You're basically telling yourself, I can't trust this person or these people in general. They might hurt me. And if you're convinced that there's a chance someone might hurt you, why would you ever open up to them and be fully honest and authentic? Why would you ask them for what you want? Why would you try and win with them? Why would you ever take that risk if you're convinced that they're only ever going to hurt you? And the thing is, yeah, sometimes you might be hurt by someone's reaction. That's not a bad thing. That's actually a great thing. It means that you have room for improvement when it comes to your stoicism and being more resilient. It means you can level up and get better. It is a good thing when you get hurt or feel down, even though your body and your emotions will tell you that it's not good. But it is a good thing. It means that you have an opportunity to grow. There's room for improvement. There's no amount of hurt or rejection that will destroy you. You are more capable of getting through it than you think. I know you think rejection will crush you, that it will lower your self-esteem so low that there's no recovering it. I know you think that rejection says something about me, that being rejected means you must be unlovable or unworthy or ugly or stupid or whatever else. But none of those things are true. They are stories that you made up to beat yourself down. And that's okay. We're often our own toughest critics. I am too sometimes. But rejection doesn't have to have anything to do with your own self-worth. You're better than that. Literally. It's also worth remembering that rejection is a mindset, not a thing that happens to you. You weren't rejected, you felt rejected. You told a story of how someone rejected you, and you reject yourself. Without that feeling of pain and hurt, in other words, as you become more stoic and stop caring as much, or you become outcome independent, there is no rejection. If you stop caring about rejections, rejection as a concept ceases to exist entirely. What I'm saying is rejection isn't even a rejection, as I've talked about in this article here called A Rejection of Your Offer is not a rejection of you. They weren't rejecting you as a person. They just said no to the thing that you were offering. If you were offering your product or your service and they said no, they just don't want the product or service. It doesn't mean that you're terrible at business or you should quit or you're a piece of shit. If someone doesn't want to go on a date with you, it doesn't mean that you're unlovable and unworthy and pathetic and you should quit and you're ugly and it's too late for you and all of that. No, it just means they don't want to go on a date, which is the thing that you offered. Would you like this date with me? No, thank you. It's exactly like offering someone a glass of water. Would you like this glass of water? No, thank you. They didn't reject you. They just don't want the water. So they just don't want the thing that you're offering. Besides, rejection, and I use that words in quotes, is all part of the process. Money, sex, relationships, friendships, everything is a numbers game. Not everybody is going to want to have sex with you. Radical notion, I know, but often our brains freak the fuck out if someone doesn't want to have sex with us, don't they? But hey, just pause for a second and remember, not everyone on the planet wants to fuck you. You're really not that special. Your ego would like to tell you that you are. My ego would like to tell me that I'm special, but not everyone wants to fuck you. Not everyone wants to give you money. Not everyone wants to be your friend. But we often forget that in the moment and we get really, really, really down when someone says no to us, don't we? Yeah. Same thing applies in business. Not everyone wants to hand over their hard-earned cash to you. You know that, I know that. After all, we're careful with how we spend our own money, aren't we? We don't just hand over our money to anyone. And yet, when faced with a potential customer or client saying no thank you to our faces, it's so tempting to feel like we failed, like we should have done better, like we screwed up. When really this is just a numbers game, and as long as we're improving a little bit each day and just getting out there and sharing our product or our service with as many people as possible, in other words, playing the numbers game, then whatever each potential customer says is entirely on them. After all, it's their money, and it's up to them how they spend it. Same thing applies in dating. It's her pussy or his cock. It's up to her or him how they spend it. So go out there, let go of your crippling fear of rejection, take a chance, be a little bit vulnerable, and ask that girl out or that guy out, or offer your product or your service to that person that you're convinced is going to say no. Take a risk, play this game of life with all that you've got, and go play to win. I will be busy doing the exact same thing. What a nice, juicy shot of motivation when it comes to making money. Check out what these absolute legends have done in our coaching program. Laz more than doubled his monthly income from $25,000 a month to $45K a month. Dimitri started his own business and earned his first $500 within his first 2 months. Ravi followed in my footsteps and created his own kick-ass coaching business, motivating other people and changing the world. Joe started his own successful photography and dating business, quitting his job and earning tons of money, all while helping guys get the dating life they've always dreamed of. None of these people are special. Come and join our coaching program and have us save you years of figuring out the business world yourself. You deserve to have money. You deserve to have a big, sexy, fat bank account, and we'd love to help you make that happen. Click the link in the description below to the coaching program. We can't wait to see you there.